Hello, MCU fans. Today is going to be a video on everything we learned at D23 about Marvel animation. They talked about several exciting projects, so there's lots to discuss. Let's dive right in and see what we can find out. Don't forget, we have an August contest running all month long. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And we have a membership option with lots of cool perks, so you might check it out in case you're interested. All right, so I do have other videos on D23 coverage. I just want to remind you that if you're interested in the live action shows and movies, you can check out the Daredevil Born Again, Agatha All Along, Brave New World, Fantastic Four, and Ironheart videos. So lots of cool information there. But this video, we're talking about Marvel Animation. So one cool thing that Brad Winterbaum, who's in charge of Marvel Animation, mentioned is there is no in-house animation format, meaning there will be many different styles of animations featured. And that makes sense, right? What If looks very different than X-Men 97, for instance. So he basically says creativity, well, sky is the limit. Come up with whatever you want for the different styles of animation. That's very cool. Also, and this is important, this is one of the few semi-slate related bits of information we got from any of the panels, and that is that everything that I'm going to share in the video is planned for the next 18 months. So we're basically talking, now until the end of 2025. And so we'll see whether they give us any more information. There are a few other little hints and things they give us, but that's nice to know that everything is guaranteed. We will see it in the next year and a half. All right, so we start with X-Men 97 Season 2. Yeah, we better get this in the next year and a half. I'm really excited for this. They do not give us any hints on when this is coming out, though, unfortunately. However, we were surprised as Cal Dodd and Lenore Zahn appeared. Of course, Cal plays Wolverine and Lenore plays Rogue. And Lenore shared some of her favorite memories of not only the original series, but of course, X-Men 97. And no surprise, right? The I can't feel you line was just really important to her and probably the most meaningful thing she's done throughout the series. So love that. They're so fantastic. I'm so happy they got some of the original voice actors back for the new seasons. All right, so they revealed that the X-Men in Season 2 will be wearing the Grant Morrison-style suits. So here's a couple examples of what that may end up looking like. Also, we learned that Danger and Polaris will appear in Season 2, and they'd really been hinting at Polaris several times. I mean, she technically did appear in bits and pieces in Season 1, but I hope that means she's going to be a main character. That'll be awesome. And then also Warlock and Apocalypse will appear in Season 2. Apocalypse is no surprise, right? We knew that was coming, but Warlock is great. I mean, he was obviously in the original series in a couple different multi-part episodes, so he's awesome. Okay, next was a discussion on What If Season 3. Once again, no clues as to when this is coming out. Doggone it. I want to know when this is coming out. I'm really, really excited about this season. So we learn officially, although we had heard several times from reports, that this is the final season, which is kind of a bummer. They really could have done What If for a long time, technically speaking. But it will also culminate the Watcher's arc within What If. Now, that doesn't mean he won't appear in live action. I hope he does in like Secret Wars and beyond. But this will be the end of his arc in the What If seasons. And then they did give us some footage at the event, but I cannot find it anywhere. So we're just going to look at a couple images. This one's pretty fun. A towering mech holding onto Captain America's shield. Oh, my word. That episode is going to be a lot of fun. And then some of the images they showed again were ones we've seen before, but just as a reminder, we can see Captain America and Bucky and Monica Rambeau. I love this one with a very early Bucky and Red Guardians. We're probably talking 60s, 70s here. And then Red Guardian having an eye-to-eye meeting there, face-to-face meeting with Goliath. Very fun. They also, though, talked about some of the characters that will definitely be featured in the series. And they had promised we were going to get more Phase 4 characters. Well, sure enough, they're delivering. There will be Ironheart, Wanda, again, I'm presuming from Phase 4, Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, and White Vision. So that's going to be fun. Several really good episodes ahead. Cannot wait for this season to arrive. Next up was Eyes of Wakanda, another really cool series. I was really happy to learn more about this. Both Ryan Coogler and Todd Harris took to the stage to talk about it, and I'm just so impressed with how devoted Ryan Coogler is to Wakanda between doing the two movies and Ironheart and then now Eyes of Wakanda, and I'm sure more to come. The dude just knows his stuff. He loves Wakanda. It's awesome. We learned that it will be a 4-part series. I was a little surprised that it's only 4 parts, but obviously it will be on the history of Wakanda. That's something that's been reported previously, but they're confirming it here. So that's exciting. We're going to learn basically how they have protected vibranium from the rest of the world for all these years. Iron Fist has been confirmed to appear. That had been rumored, and now they're confirming it, but we don't really know which Iron Fist, other than I'm guessing it's a historical version, not the Danny Rand version from Netflix. Hopefully, it will tie in, however, to that Danny Rand and his story, since they've now made Iron Fist, as well as all of the Netflix shows, canon to the MCU. And they also discussed that the 3D CGI animation style will be completely unique. So they seemed really, really proud of the animation style for the series. Can't wait to see it. Should be an awesome series. They do tell us, though, this is one of the first Slate updates we got from any of the panels, that the show won't be out until next year. So they're telling us officially next year. Likewise, Ironheart, if you remember, that was said to be also next year. So it's going to be a good year for Ryan Coogler shows, both Ironheart and Eyes of Wakanda. Then they moved on to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which originally was Spider-Man freshman year and now has been renamed Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I love this big reveal of all the characters. They basically showed us everybody who will be appearing, and my word, that is a lot of characters. So some in particular I'm excited to see: Doctor Strange, Iron Man, that's awesome. Daredevil, I believe he is voiced by Charlie Cox. That was the original reports, at least. And then there's a symbiote even. My word, lots going on. And of course, the front row down there is a lot of different suits he'll be donning. So it looks like this is going to be a really good series. Then we were introduced to the two main voice actors, obviously one being Spider-Man, but the other being Norman Osborn, who obviously would be a very big character throughout the series. So Hudson Thames is playing Peter Parker, and he's the same one that voiced it in the What If episodes, so that's awesome. And Coleman Domingo is playing Norman Osborn, or voicing Norman Osborn, I should say. And that's interesting only because he was in the running for Kang, were they to recast Kang. We still don't know for sure what they're going to do with Kang. I really do hope they resolve his storyline one way or another. But, and this doesn't even mean Coleman Domingo can't be one of the Kangs, but it was just interesting that he ended up being cast as the voice for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And the show is going to be essentially a what if style story. It's not connected to the what if show, but in this case, it is what if Norman Osborn was the mentor for Peter Parker rather than Tony Stark, which you can see from this recreation of the famous scene from Civil War, where it was Tony Stark that was there when Peter came home. Also, there was footage shown. Again, I can't find the footage online anywhere, but we do have this still from the footage, and boy, oh boy, what a first episode. Notice Doctor Strange in the upper left-hand corner, a symbiote in the upper right-hand corner. That's Nico from Runaways in the lower right-hand corner. I'm sure it won't connect to the Runaways show, but I'm just saying it's the same character, but we'll see. You never know. And then poor Peter Parker there in the middle. It sounds like he ends up getting bit as a result of all of this insanity, and that's how he becomes Spider-Man. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really, really fun series. I can't wait to see that. Now, they did not mention anything about when it's coming out, but previously it has been announced to be in November of this year. So we'll see if that still happens. And then last up was info on Marvel Zombies. I know a lot of people, myself included, have wondered, is this thing even happening? We've heard lots of rumors about it being produced and done and all that. But yes, we now know it is happening. It will be 4 episodes long and TVMA. In fact, they're pushing the extreme of the violence, it sounds like. So that's going to be really, really cool. But they said it won't be out for a while. Could they just give us more specifics, right? But if we take everything they've said so far, they said everything is going to be in the next year and a half. They're saying it won't be out for a while, and it looks Halloween themed. I'm betting this is Halloween 2025. That would just make sense. So hopefully we'll get it then. But looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. And then they did show a clip, which again I can't find anywhere any footage from it, but it showed Wenwu, Shang-Chi, and Katie fighting against zombies. Goodness gracious. Sounds like it's going to be really fun. Really fun. I mean, whether it's tied to the What If episode of Marvel Zombies, I don't know yet. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that for Halloween of 2025 is my guess. So yeah, lots of good things to look forward to. Tell me your thoughts. What are you the most excited about from those announcements? What did you maybe want to learn more about that you didn't learn about? What's your take on all of it? I'll tell you what, I am very, very excited for What If and X-Men, but really all of this looks fantastic. Also, don't forget, we do have the additional coverage from the other live action shows and movies. Check that out if you haven't seen it. And as always, I mentioned the August contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steelbook. The membership option, if you're interested in that. And Discord. Discord, man, we were really, really active on Discord around the time of the D23 announcements. Here we are talking about Marvel animation, but yeah, we just have a lot of fun on Discord. 1,600 folks across the globe, so there's conversations happening 24/7, and of course, we want you to be part of it. So I will leave a pinned comment so you can join the Discord, and also, if you don't mind, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we'll all continue to enjoy the ever-growing, the ever-changing Marvel Cinematic Universe.